Hey guys, Zillion Frogs back at another video review, and this time we are actually going to take a look at a Bionicle mock that I made. And this is Bionicle mock Spherus Magna Matoro. Now, if you guys know Bionicle, you obviously probably know Matoro, who had to sacrifice his life to actually let Matoro still live. And it's sad. But I actually decided to make a little mock of him just to, I don't know, I had the original actually Matoro toy, as you can probably tell because I have the mask, I have some of these, I always forget what they're called, but you know, it was like for the blaster of that year. I always just liked Matoro as a toy and a character, so I just decided to remake him and actually give him a little bit of a story, such as this is Matoro if he got actually, after Matoro repaired the planet, this is how he would have been if he was ever reformatted back to life in almost like a Spherus Magna like body, where it's like he still has, because if you know the difference between the Glatorians and the Agori versus the Toa and the Matoran are much more robotic. Same with the Toa, where they do have some organic bits, but they are a lot more robotic, where the Glatorian and Agori are much more almost like fleshy, right? Like they're a lot more fleshy just with cyborg enhancements. So this is kind of like, I don't know, just a lot more like 50-50 on each. So yeah, getting to the actual figure, he has actually, I decided, can't speak, but I decided to actually do something where I use some of the parts or other Bionicle parts that were on Matoro and then kind of build like a CCPS, like limbs and almost like body structure out of it. So yeah, I think it actually turned out really well. So let's first start talking about the model, starting with the legs. Now the legs, they're just very simple. It's just, you know, just one really long bone piece on top of another bone piece. Just shells got used. I wish I had the Azure Blue that came out like with 2015, I think, Golly. But I never got that figure and I never got those pieces. I'm trying to find some that was on my pinky. I tried to find some off of like eBay or Bricklink. I couldn't find them yet. So yeah, dark blue, have to do. And then just a simple white shell with the 2015 like new armor piece on it to actually give a little bit more of almost like an older Bionicle, almost like technic like feel to that. And actually it works really well. It actually kind of emulates his old leg design where it actually had like this little knee guard piece. So yeah, it actually works really well. Posability, normal, has a little bit kind of like a 90-degree bend at the knee. Normal forward movement, normal back movement. Feet are Toamata feet, which is what we had in the original 2007 version of Matoro, which this guy, of course, is based off of. He's got a little bit more heels, and I actually gave him a little bit like a calf muscle almost. I kind of did a somewhat similar design that they did with the like first, I think it was like the first wave of the Star Wars buildable figures, which I always, they were okay, but most of them, get off that tangent, I'm not even gonna go there. But yeah, it's very simple legs, very long legs. Try to give him that same like slim, almost like skinny, like aesthetic almost that he had. Where torso now, see it's very thin right on the sides and then kind of like spreads out upwards to his shoulders. So you got some shell pieces right here and right here, just to, you know, fill some stuff out, give him more detail. He's got that Toamata foot right on his chest, and that's actually where his head attaches, as you can tell. Face is that normal, I would say, I know it came out in like 2004 for the Toa Metru, and they didn't use it in like 2005 and then 2006, and then it came back in 2007. Weird, but yeah, it just uses that type of head with his signature mask. I always forget what this mask is called and the power is. I always forget that for masks, but oh well. It's got the nice little tube going down right there. It's got, of course, his classic shoulder pads, his silver shoulder pads, on top of an actual Anika body. And it's actually what I did for my other Bionicle mocks that were actually like my own custom Bionicles, where it's you take one of the much thinner, you take one like the thinner version of the torso, and just take that Anika torso and like place it right on top, so like not where it grinds, but like it just sits right on top of that ball joint. So yeah, you do have all the abilities of that torso, but also the aesthetic of the Anika torso. Going on to the arms are actually asymmetrical. This arm is longer than this one just because of this lower joint that I use. It's a much longer joint just for the ability to move his claw more fluently. I actually did have this normal non-elongated piece, but because of the way that the shell piece attaches, it didn't allow for much movement for his classic, let's say almost like proto steel blades. So yeah, give him some classic weapons of his oh my gosh. Okay, one trouble he has is standing, is because even though I did add heels to the Tomata legs or feet, they are still really small, and this one actually is starting. Let's see if I can focus. There we go. This one's actually starting to crack, and this piece, you already see that one already broke off. So it's a very, very loose foot. So I was thinking of getting another one of those, but time will tell. Going on to his other arm, instead of actually, I think it was called the Kordak Blaster, he actually has almost a dual, always forget the name again, gosh dang it. I forget the name. Oh no, Thorax Blaster, that's what it's called. Haha, me, I am smart. Not really, but oh well. But yeah, he has a dual version of that, almost like he actually became like a Glatorian for, I believe like the Ice Tribe, or he just wanders around the waste of Spherus Magna, just coming across anything he sees and just go pop. That's the camera. But yeah, he has two of those, and that's also attached with a tube onto the back, which we're actually going to talk about the back. Very simple. You actually have this nice silver piece right here that just attaches with one of these pieces onto the Nika back, just to give it, a little bit more depth, just more detail and a lot more depth and design to it. And then coming below, you can see where the tubes are attaching. It's actually just one of the old Bionicle like armor pieces that actually nice fills in the back. It's white so it matches. And then once you look at it from the front, you can kind of see some of those like pistons sticking out, and I just like the way that looks. So yeah, other than the build, the design, I think I did pretty well. Of course, there's some things that I would like to fix, like the feet. Possibly make that part of the figure, like the upper torso bit, a bit more cohesive, since the shell pieces kind of like stick out a bit much, and like you do see a lot of gaps, like especially that bit right there. But I mean, it's what I had to work with. Most of my pieces were inside the bioformers. And that's what I build first is the bioformers, and then kind of build whatever afterwards I got all that done. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this self mock, not self mock, but just custom mock of Matoro. Uh, Next week, we actually might be looking at my custom Pohatu, and then maybe Makuta Antras after that. So as always, I am Zillion Frogs, asking to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.